while I'm up here, I'm going to take a look around and take a ton of digital pictures. Probably 50 at least. 50 pictures of the roof is probably a good idea. I'll probably do 300 to 400 pictures total and maybe some video of the roof. I take a picture of the ridge. I take a picture of every plane. Take a picture of every valley intersection where two planes meet. I take a picture of every flashing area where the roof intersects with something else, maybe a wall or a chimney or a skylight or a vent pipe. I also take a picture of every different types of material and all the penetrations and all the ventilation. I take everything. Take a picture of everything, right? I can't put them all in the inspection report, but I'm going to take a picture of everything. And code, if you're wondering about what code says on installing this type of flat roll roof material, asphalt roll roof material, well, code is fairly silent on how to install different types of roofing materials. There's a few things like roof coverings must be applied in accordance to the applicable provisions of this section of the code and the manufacturer's installation instructions. That's about it. So to know how something is installed well, you have to look at the installation manufacturer's recommendations or installation instructions, or take InterNACHI's roof courses, because we kind of incorporate that stuff into our courses. So you know how to properly install a roof. Why would you want to know that? So that when you're on a roof and you're wondering if this is properly installed, well, you've been trained on the manufacturer's techniques and recommendations. Code really isn't the greatest place to go for how to install a roof. There's really good code provisions, but it's kind of silent. The roof section is really, roof assembly is kind of silent. Roof covering, it's really up to you doing further investigation or having a ton of experience. Basically, the code says it has to be fastened down. The flat roll roofing material has to be fastened down to sheathed roofs. And Owens Corning recommends a certain kind of nail that's long enough to go through the plywood deck. And even though it looks waterproof, it isn't. You can't install it on roofs lower than 112. Okay, so this is my phone. This is my, where am I? There I am. This is my iPhone, right? And this is an app that has a line across the middle and it tells you the slope. So you can hold it up to the roof slope and say, oh, this is a very low slope roof. It has to be almost waterproof. Oh, this is a 5 to 6, 12, 4, 5. I can get on that roof. That's pretty safe. And you can also snap this picture and stick it in the inspection report as well. That's it. Excellent app. A good resource is the manufacturer's illustrations. This is Owens Corning Roofing on how to install roll roofing materials, how to seal it, how to lap it, the top laps, the end laps, and the fastening. And then there's other things like in cold climates, there's a thing called, it's amazing, water drops out of the sky and it's frozen. It's called snow. I was just in Florida in the wintertime. I think it was 70 degrees, 75 degrees. They don't have snow very much in Florida. But in cold climates, in areas where there's a history of ice forming along the eaves, an ice barrier must be installed for asphalt shingles and mineral surfaced roll roofing, like the picture I just showed you. Code says that. And an ice barrier must consist of 2 layers of underlayment or a sticky self-adhering polymer, modified polymer. And there's also illustrations like this from the International Residential Code that shows you how far that ice barrier can go.